Welcome to the Pantheon Parenthetical. My name is Lance Ash. Starting with this episode, I'm going to start tinkering with the format of this show to the extent that I'm going to shorten these prefatory remarks and spend the bulk of our time together with the ongoing narrative in Fig Pitch. To that end, I'm just going to say that a little over a year and a half ago, I had emergency surgery to remove a type of brain tumor called a meningioma. I had a seizure in the middle of the night at my house, and I have no memory of this. I have no memory of going to the hospital. All I know is that I woke up with 32 staples in my head, having had a piece of my skull cut out and then bolted back in place. So when I got out of the hospital, I quite naturally decided to make some changes. And one of the changes I decided to make was that I was going to start meditating. I had dabbled in meditation in the past, but this time I decided to take it seriously and be consistent about it. So for a little over a year and a half now, I've been meditating at least once a day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. I have basically developed my own method based on what I know of transcendental meditation. And I like to think, or I would like to think, that some of the beneficial changes that I've seen in my life, in my thinking, are the result of this practice, but who knows? At the very least, it's an opportunity to calm down and clear my mind. In addition, I'd like to add that I'm an atheist, but I do have some sympathies with what I know of certain Buddhist concepts, although I could never call myself a Buddhist. Anyway, on to the ongoing narrative taking place in the tiny community of Fig Pitch. Bob arrives home just in time to get everything together to watch Doctor Who. This narrative takes place in a vaguely defined early 80s. There is no cable in this part of the country at this time. Bob watches television through an antenna. In order to get the best reception, Bob's house has a Channel Master brand mechanical antenna rotation device. Only Bob, among the members of his family, knows exactly where to turn the dial on the antenna rotation thing to get the best reception for the different channels, different stations. So he gets the antenna turned exactly where he wants to pick up the PBS station. He settles down in front of the television with an entire sleeve of Ritz crackers wrapped in wax paper, not the plastic simulacrum thereof that they have today, and a large glass of sweetened, chilled tea. His sister, Andrea, is younger than him. She's been at home alone all morning. This is in a time period and in a region of the larger world where it's considered not necessary to lock one's doors. A little girl staying alone at home during the day, considered to be perfectly safe with the doors left open. Bob has been successful in getting Andrea interested in the show. But she putters in and out of the room while the episode is going on with various little girl activities. The episode in question deals with the Doctor interfering in colonial period Canada in a dispute between a settlement of French fur trappers and a local nearby Indian village. The French have been attacked recently by a tall monster, which the French are convinced is one or two Indians dressed up in a costume trying to intimidate them. But the Doctor knows that it's a real monster, and he defeats the monster. There it goes now. And teaches a lesson of brotherhood and tolerance to the two sides. And that concludes this episode. I want to thank you very much for listening. See you next time.